Hi children, here we are in revision of chapter 6 Physical and Chemical Changes. Every change that taking place around us, it has a primary appearance and a final appearance so that we could able to say it's a change, or otherwise when one or more properties of the substances become different, we say that change has taken place in. So here every change it has primary appearance, final appearance, and here for the change definitely here it require a cause, means the change in a substance does not take place its own. There will be a cause, and this cause is always change the substance. So this is what we call change. Here are the two types of changes: physical change and chemical change. Actually every object it has two properties, that is physical property and chemical property. So the physical properties means the physical properties like appearance, color, size, shape, these are called physical properties. So those changes in which no new substance is formed but the physical property of the substance will be changed, this is what we called physical change. Actually, what happens in a physical change? There is no new substance is formed in a physical change, and a physical change is temporary change, means we can reverse it easily. It uses or it releases very less amount of energy, as well as this change may takes place in reverse, and as well as we can get the previous material back. So that here what we can say, physical change means the physical property of the material is getting changed. So here some examples they include melting of ice and freezing of water, boiling of water and condensation of steam, the case of chalk stick and chalk dust, making a solution, breaking of glass tumbler and heating of hacksaw blade, grinding of a substance and dissolving the sugar in water, glowing of an electric bulb and making a soda water by dissolving carbon dioxide, cutting a long wood, melting of wax, breaking a glass. All these are physical changes. So let us see one by one in deeper. Melting of ice and freezing of water. If you melt the ice, it become water and it is reversible. If you freeze it again, it become ice. Means ice is converted into water, water is converted into ice. What is the change that you observed here? The ice become water, means the solid become liquid, and as well the liquid becomes solid back again. So it is a physical change. And boiling of water as well as condensation of vapor. When you boil the water, the liquid form of water it converts into gaseous form of vapor. And again if you cool the steam, the gaseous vapor it converted into liquid water. So it is reversible, and we can call it as simply evaporation and condensation or belongs to physical changes. There are no new substance is formed. And in case of chalk stick and chalk dust, if you write with a chalk stick on a blackboard, then what happens? The powdery form appearance we can able to see. Why? Because while you are writing, the particles of the chalk they get loose and they fall at the bottom of the board. And if you collect the chalk powder and if you make a paste, then again we can get the chalk piece back. So chalk stick converted into chalk dust, and chalk dust is again converted into chalk piece. What do you understand from this? Here the solid material become powdery form, and again from the powder we can get the chalk stick back. So this is a physical change. And making a solution. When you dissolve salt in the water, it is a physical change. Means when salt is added to the water, it disappears, means it dissolves in water. But whenever you boil the water, after evaporation of water you could get the salt back, means the solid salt it become liquid, and again if you heat it, then you are getting the solid salt at the bottom of the vessel. So that here preparation of solution is also a physical change. And next, breaking of glass tumbler. When you break the glass tumbler, here the size of the tumbler changes, it becomes small pieces, but however all are glass pieces, there is no new substances formed. The size of the material changed, but the the material that is made is same as it is, there is no new substance, so that it is physical change. Next, heating axa blade. When you heat the axa blade, the brown color becomes red hot, and again whenever you cool it, it become gray color. Means the color has been changed here and no more change taken place. Okay, so that's why heating an axa blade is also a physical change. Now let us see the chemical changes. Here chemical change means those changes in which the substances are formed and that to new substance will be formed, they are called chemical changes. Whenever along with these properties, if a new substance is formed, then it is called as chemical change. So what do a chemical change contain? Here in a chemical change, one or more new substances can be formed in chemical change. A chemical change is a permanent change, it is irreversible, and a lot of energy either absorbed or given during the chemical change. Sound may be produced during the chemical change, the change in smell may be taken place, and as well as here a permanent change in color may takes place in a chemical change, and as well as some gases will be released out during the chemical change. So here when you burn a paper, the paper it become ash color, right? So burning of paper is a chemical change. Why? Because when you burn the paper, it become ash. Paper and ash both are different things, means the first appearance final appearance is totally different. We are unable to get back again paper from the ash. That's why what we call the burning paper is a chemical change. And some examples of chemical change, they include souring of milk, formation of curd from the milk, cooking of food, change in color of cut apple, and photosynthesis, digestion of food, neutralization, explosion of firework, burning of magnesium ribbon, burning of fuels, wood, coal, kerosene, LPG, biogas fuels, and burning of dry leaves, burning of candle wax, reaction between the vinegar and baking soda, and passing carbon dioxide into the lime water, as well as reaction between copper sulfate and iron, and as well as formation of leaves and formation of biogas from the biodegradable material. All these are chemical changes. Okay, now let us discuss some chemical changes that take place. Burning magnesium ribbon. When you burn the magnesium ribbon, it converts into magnesium oxide. Why? Because we are burning in presence of oxygen. So this magnesium it reacts with oxygen and it become magnesium oxide. So here magnesium oxide is the new thing, new substance that is formed which is different from the actual magnesium, so that we can say it is chemical change. And we can continue this chemical reaction by adding magnesium oxide into the water. When you add magnesium oxide into water, it become magnesium hydroxide, which is base in nature. Means when you add a blue litmus to it, it do not change any color, whereas if you add red litmus, it converts into blue color. So red to blue colorization indicates basic nature of the material. So magnesium hydroxide is the base, and here magnesium oxide, magnesium hydroxide both are different. So hence we can say here it is a chemical change. And the reaction between vinegar and baking soda. Here baking soda is called as sodium hydrogen carbonate, and vinegar it contain acetic acid. So sodium hydrogen carbonate and acetic acid they react together and form sodium acetate, carbon dioxide and water. So here three new substances are formed. So when new substances is formed, then it is called chemical change. Here we can continue this with the carbon dioxide, allowing it to lime water, means calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is the lime water that used as chunna. Now this calcium hydroxide, when carbon dioxide is passed on to the lime water or calcium hydroxide, then it converted into calcium carbonate. Here calcium carbonate is called as the white milky colored substance, and as well as it forms the water. So calcium hydroxide, carbon dioxide, both are initial one, and we got calcium carbonate. So this is the new substance. So we can say reaction between the baking soda and vinegar, and as well as formation of calcium carbonate, is a chemical change. And let us see reaction between the copper sulfate and iron. Here, when iron objects kept exposing to the air and water moisture, then it causes corrosion, or otherwise we can say it is rusting. So when reaction takes place between the copper sulfate and iron, then it forms the copper sulfate solution.